Nigerian army sets fire to buildings in Abia community over death of soldiers. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The gunmen who were suspected to be oil thieves have killed 2 soldiers at a location between Owaza and Obibo communities and escaped with their rifles. Now, this is happening again. Information getting to us was that 2 policemen were killed. I don't know the particular state. I don't know if it is Abia. Information got to us that actually 2 soldiers were killed and people were running helter-skelter. And the army came out and said that they're not going to go after innocent citizens. Now, what are we hearing? The building shoot these people. I'm not going to come out and say, oh, what these people did. Sincerely, violence can never. And when I mean violence from both the civilian and from both the military personnel. Both of them are wrong. But I want to believe that if the civilians are not going to be making, how am I going to put it now? Let me use this scenario. If, for instance, somebody comes to you and lie against you and at that gives you a slap on top of it. Let's say here you're very furious. They lie against you and you're like, when they lie against you and they kind of gaslight you, that you almost start believing that you actually lie. The lie they were telling you, you actually believe in it. And then they slapped you. And when you now found out that everything was actually played, you get to the location. Do you know that if you act in anger, that's particular anger, and you slap or you hit somebody or anything you do and somebody falls down, do you know what the story will be? The story will not be that they slapped you. The story will not be that they lied against you. The story will be that you actually killed somebody. What am I trying to say? I'm not trying to, look, they lied against you and you find out. Yes, you are actually angry. Your anger is your right to get angry. You are on the, in fact, there is not, if there's anything more than right or more right, it is your right to be annoyed. But it's also in your position to control it. In fact, you stand a better chance of controlling it so that the situation will go better. Yes, it is going to be painful. Yes, they lied against you. They even humiliate you and whatever they did to you in public. But now you find out you're going to do the truth. It now decides. From that moment, you decide if you're going to allow that particular issue linger or you're going to allow it to die at that point. Yes. You can actually, go to a place and out of that anger, you found out that, they humiliate you and it was all done for nothing's sake. You kind of act and react and kill somebody. People will not even remember that the person angered you. People will not remember. What am I trying to say? I'm not saying that these civilians now, they committed this crime, that they're actually right. All I'm saying is the Nigerian army, they're in a better position to say, okay, these people killed us, but what are we going to do? They killed 2 of our members. And I keep asking myself, let's swap it. For instance, these people, the other people are not civilians, they are soldiers. Both parties are now soldiers. Soldiers of this particular country against this one. Now tell me, or let's put it like this. The ones now that actually humiliate you, as in that particular civilian that I used to give that scenario, that humiliated the other party, slapped them, even beat them. Let's say, for instance, you ask to peacekeep, and the people you are supposed to peacekeep in their community are doing this to you. Will you now, at the end of the day, because you now find out that, they're the ones that are even plotting, you are helping them and they're plotting against you, what will you do? Shoot them, burn their villages, burn their town? It doesn't make sense. This is exactly what is going on. The Nigerian army, they were sent there. They are now more in the eastern region. Why? Because they were sent there. They said Operation Golden Dawn. They are sending to peacekeep. It is almost the same thing. Now you went there and somebody, they are wrong. I'm not going to say they are right. They are wrong. They came at you and did all sort of things against you. And the only thing you could do was to go and burn their houses. Like, if your commander or general hears, how would you feel? That the soldiers involved there, he's going to discipline them. Yeah, they're going to be court-martialed. That is the truth. So now, let's flip it, because these people are not military personnel. you treat them like what? Like trash? Do you know how many? Should we start counting the number of Southerners that the Northerners have killed if we want to go down that lane? I keep saying it. I will say it and I'll keep analyzing it like this because I will say again and again. Northerners, those people, if you're a Southerner and you join the Nigerian Army today, the Air Force or the Navy, you are going to be transferred. You're going to be transferred to the North if you're a Southerner. And if you're a Northerner, you're going to be transferred to the South. On few occasions that are they going to allow you stay. Yeah, those people don't even stay at a place. They rotate them. But you're going to be staying more at the South and if you're a Northern person. Now, do you want to tell me that you're going to allow this to happen? Actually, this is a case of I don't understand. Your colleagues, their family house, believe you me or not, in that community, there's somebody who is there who is in the Nigerian Army as we speak, and whose family member is among those who are killed. Take it or leave it. Like, I want to believe that the military themselves, that they actually prepped mentally for this kind of a situation. But it's like they have lost it. It's like the overhauling we are screaming for the police. In fact, this is for all the whole Nigerian military personnel. It is sad. Nobody is saying that what those people did are right. But we are now saying the way they responded is rather very, very inhumane. The news in detail, please stay with us. Some Nigerian Army personnel attached to 144 Battalion Asa in Ukwa West Local Government area of Abia State have reportedly raised guilty in Owaza community with the death of their colleagues. Owaza is a boundary between Abia and Rivers State. The gunmen who are suspected to be oil thieves had killed 2 soldiers at a location between Owaza and Obibo communities and escaped with their rifles. They were also said to have burned the soldiers' petrol van, according to Vanguard. The clash between the soldiers and the gunmen to the ban on oil bunkering in River State is attributed, with the latter unable to operate through the Owaza community due to soldiers guarding the area of the pipelines. According to the sources, we had the problem with the soldiers had to do with the oil bunkering. The ban on oil bunkering in River State has affected the oil thieves. They are not comfortable with the soldiers in the Owaza-Obibo route. They attacked the soldiers and killed 2 of them, while others fled. Very sad. Remember, I am not in any position. I'm not saying what those people did was right. But please, I am always saying that at the end of the day, there are other ways to this, other than, this inhumane act. Okay, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.